Well, last time I did my 308 brass Anneal it, I went old school because I only had a couple hundred to do and I was too lazy to set up the machine. Well, this time I got a little over 600 to do. So I set up the machine and got it to go. Use the same wheels you use with the 223. This works pretty good, except when I get overly, like there, didn't pick one up. I get overly rambunctious and overfill it. These 308 ones I'm noticing, they don't always pop in like they should. I think they got enough weight, they're holding themselves. There we go. When I was setting it up before I turned the flame on, I didn't load that many. I've never loaded that many at once. And anyways, it worked fine. I was just screwing around, getting ready to do a video, so I had to load it up all the way, right? But that thing worked good. Annealeez, their gentleman makes these things. No family business. It works good. When I drop them into a big glass pickle jar because they're kind of warm when they come out. It comes with this little metal thing to drop them into, which works great, except it just doesn't hold that many. Remember I did my 223, I did 2,000 of them. Doesn't use hardly any propane. Or butane, whatever the hell they call it. Just uses a regular tank, like you use for a torch or a cook stove or whatever. They're not new brass, it's range stuff that I bought off the lady off the Michigan Gun Owners website or forums. Really good forum if you haven't ever been there. Even if you don't live in Michigan, there's a lot of people not in Michigan town. I think it's MGO forums or whatever .org. I'll put it in the description. I learned a lot about reloading and stuff there. There we go. You can load that baby right up with 300 blackout or 223s. I think these are just heavy enough they create almost a bridge. There we go. That's nice. I want to have a friend. He run me over some more 308s. I should have processed them. Of course, I already had these clean and stuff. I'll have to put them in my bucket. Because I don't anneal them every time. I only anneal them generally once, and then I guess after I load them 3 or 4 more times, I'll do it again. I don't load my rifle rounds that hot where I have a lot of problems. I haven't had any brass split on me, but like I say, I've only been doing it for 3 years. So yeah, nice little machine. It works real good. You can find that on the internet if you search for that. I think I paid like $2 and a quarter, $2.50 for it, something like that. Comes with one set of these wheels for one caliber, your choice. And you can order more wheels. They're not bad. It takes about maybe 10-15 minutes to swap them out. Just, you know, simplicity. I'm just surprised how well they're dropping into my little glass bucket there. Glass jar. Usually I use a metal thing, I quickly just put them in there. Hell, this is easier yet. I'm afraid I'm not. I know this jar is not going to hold them all, because I got a boatload to do. I mean a boatload. Or a kitty litter pan full. Right there. Heck, I probably ought to turn off the camera and get my rear end gear and start loading her back up. The weather get better where I want to go out and shoot. The shooting is not a problem. It's going out there to set the targets. I got all these ladder loads I want to fire off. Mother Nature is not going to cooperate. Keep loading this thing up. I can usually stay up with it pretty easy. It's made out of metal, not plastic. I like my burnt matches laying there until it cools off and throw it away. I'm sure it's cool by now. Really. Don't want to throw it in the wastebasket. have a spark on it. That's the Annealeez. Works like a dream. This is adjustable. How you adjust this is there's a nut back there you got to loosen. You can adjust it up and down and back and forth. The only problem I've ever had, and it was not a problem with the machine, was a problem with the guy operating. I was using this to turn it back and forth. Well, that comes apart there, so I unscrewed it. Well, that was exciting because I had the gas on the time. Screwed it back together. I learned not to turn it there. I use it there. I put a pair of pliers in there, back and forth. You live and learn. Old school does it if you just got to do a few. You know, use a deep well socket and put them in there. Yeah, I wouldn't want to stand there and hold that. I had, like I say, I bought 550 from the lady, and she always throws in some extra in case there's some bad ones. So I would guess there's at least 600 here, at least 650. Uh-oh. I don't know why it's important for me to stay so ahead of this thing, but I always do. That little thing there, that's a rheostat. You turn that and adjust the time during the flame by adjusting the speed of that wheel. The faster the wheel goes, the less time it's in there. I try to keep it about 5 seconds. That seems to do it. It discolors it enough so it's not hurting it. If the flame changes color, then it's not quite doing it. I haven't had to reload 223 in a while. Of course, I did a boat load. I don't shoot 223 that much. I don't know why, I just don't. I like dealing with something. Like these here, I can cast my own bullets. And you can cast them for 223. It's just such a small bullet. And I have a silencer, or a can, as some of the guys call it, coming for 30 caliber stuff. I bought it originally for my 300 blackout, but I'm going to use it on 300 blackout and 308. Anything 30 caliber. Down the road, if that works out well, I'm still employed, still got money coming in. I'd like to get one for a pistolas. But I'll have to wait and see how it works out. It'll be a year or so before I get it. I screwed around, didn't get my paperwork in for a month and a half. I couldn't find any place to do the fingerprints. Finally, my local cop shop, I got a hold of a gentleman there, and they did it, but they charged me $30. I guess the only way to get your fingerprints taken for free is to get arrested. I think the lawyer would cost me more than $30 to get out of it. That's if I was lucky enough to get out of it. So I guess probably the $30 is the way to go. I get tired of paying for stuff other people get for free. Once again, the bad people get the services for free. They get fingerprinted for nothing. The rest of us have to pay for it. Truth is, the rest of us are paying for theirs too, huh? That is a nice little machine. I like that machine. It's fun to play with. Well, I bored you to death. If you're still here, thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Goodbye.